The golden had slept beside every newborn in the family. He refused. One night, that was the night they almost lost the baby. Buddy was a 6-year-old golden retriever. Warm, certain, with an established protocol for newborns in the household. He had done this before with the family's first child. He slept on the floor beside the crib, head oriented toward it, and he did not move until morning. When baby Leo arrived, Buddy resumed the protocol immediately, floor beside the crib, head toward the crib, still until morning. For 11 nights. On night 12, Buddy did not take his position. He went to the nursery doorway and stopped. He stood there for approximately 2 minutes, then he went back to the main bedroom and pressed himself against the door. Leo's parents, Diane and James, noticed it at lights out. James said, "Buddy's not in the nursery. That's not like him." Diane said, "Maybe he's just tired of the floor." They went to sleep. At 2:07 a.m., the temperature alarm on the baby monitor, a secondary feature they had barely set up, triggered. The nursery heating had malfunctioned. The room temperature had dropped to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Leo, at 13 days old, was hypothermic, skin-to-skin temperature significantly below the normal neonatal range. They called emergency services. The attending confirmed neonatal hypothermia, caught before the critical threshold. Warming protocol. Leo recovered fully within 3 hours. Subscribe now before the next detail, because what the emergency pediatrician said about Buddy's refusal to enter the nursery and the temperature that had been dropping since early evening is what Diane put in her parenting journal that night. Dr. Adeyemi said, "Golden retrievers have a documented sensitivity to temperature gradient. They detect cold air differentials through their nose and facial receptors with significant precision." She said, the temperature in the nursery had been dropping since approximately 8:30 p.m. The heating malfunction began early evening. Your dog entered the doorway, detected the temperature differential, assessed it as wrong, and refused to take his post in a cold room near a newborn. She said, "He didn't abandon his post. He relocated it. He went to your door to bring you to the room." James said, "He pressed against our door." She said, "Yes, that's what he was doing." She said, 11 nights of protocol, 1 night of refusal. The refusal was the information. Has a dog who normally sleeps in a specific position near your baby ever refused that position and turned out to have a reason? Tell us in the comments. If you stay for stories about what animals sense before we do, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Every guardian deserves to be recognized, even the ones who never ask for anything in return. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. Leo is 3 weeks old and healthy. The heating is repaired. Buddy is back on the nursery floor, head toward the crib. James checks the nursery temperature every night before bed. He has started thinking of it as doing what Buddy does, taking stock of the room before settling in. Buddy has always done it. He just couldn't say what he found. Next, the 2 dogs and the toddler and the outdoor session. And what happened when both dogs broke position on the same Tuesday?